minutes. You should even withdraw from the parliament sit-in. If you don't withdraw, I will abandon the Sadrist movement. We said okay to peaceful protests, but now even that is not okay anymore. I don't want peaceful protests either. What did the people do between yesterday afternoon and now that they should suffer like this? They are living in fear with this gunfire and mortars. You want to get rid of corruption by killing people? No, my friends, this is not acceptable.
All right, let's speak now to Farhad Alaaldin. He's in London. He's the chairman of the Iraqi Advisory Council. Welcome to the programme. So much has happened in the last 24 hours, Farhad. Let's start with the latest. Just how important was Muqtada al Sadr's speech, his apology, and also his call for his supporters to leave the Green Zone in just 1 hour, which, from what we can see, is happening?
He's clearly the only one who's able to make that call and for the protesters to abide and do what he says. And almost every party and the international community, as well as the political parties, everybody appealed to him to intervene and to stop this bloodshed and this killing that has taken place since yesterday. And thankfully he did. And now we should be able to cross this line and move forward.
And what does it mean to cross the line and move forward?
The ball now is in the coordination frameworks court as how to deal with this aftermath. And today they have a meeting, and in that meeting they will decide the next course of action. The expected is that the parliament will go back to session, and now there are calls for the parliament to dissolve itself. It's not clear whether the political parties will go ahead with that, but certainly they want to continue the political process, and that is to elect a president and form a new government. And within that, most likely there will be a timeline for an election, maybe for next year.
And what will be the role now of Muqtada al Sadr and also his demands for the dissolution of parliaments and fresh elections?
This demand might be met, but the role he's going to play opposition. I mean, that's what he chose. That's what he wants to do, and that's what he's good at. He's been in opposition, and now he's literally in opposition. Although he mentioned that he's leaving, but we don't believe that he's going to quit totally. He will come back in one form or another, and he's going to be in the next election. But then it will be entirely up to how the next election, what system they're going to use, and what law will be passed to conduct the next election, and that will determine the size and the role of each party in the future.
How many more months, Farhad, of unrest like this do you think we'll see in Iraq and especially Baghdad?
I think this was the pinnacle. It was something that had to happen because it was threatening to happen for a long time. And as we saw from last night to today, nearly 700 people between killed and wounded, and a total nightmare for Baghdad. This is not something that anybody wants. And the Iraqi politicians know better than anyone else this is not the way to go forward. So it is something that hopefully it will be a clear run now for next government formation and for the next election, instead of ending up in fighting and in bloodshed.
Farhad Alaaldin, speaking to us from London, chairman of the Iraq Advisory Council. Thank you so much for your time and your expertise.